So very good afternoon to everyone and welcome to this session of CAD-CAM. We were discussing about computer integrated manufacturing from previous two sessions. We will continue that in this session also. Let me share the screen with you. Okay, can anyone just tell me if this presentation is visible? Yes, okay. Thank you, Krishna M. So let us just take a quick recap what we have discussed till date. We have discussed about computer integrated manufacturing, definition, different types of manufacturing systems, the features of computer integrated manufacturing, the challenges faced by manufacturing engineer. These are some of the features, objectives that we have discussed. Then benefits we have discussed. We have discussed about hardwares required in computer integrated manufacturing. Means to manufacture, to integrate the manufacturing system with computer, we need certain hardwares. These are explained. There are certain softwares also. Which type of softwares are being used, that we have already discussed in previous lecture. And we have discussed about the elements of computer integrated manufacturing system. These are the important elements. There are other elements obviously, but these are major elements which plays a vital role in the success of computer integrated manufacturing. So whenever we will be asked any question regarding the major, write down some elements of sim, you should write these 9 at least. Okay, this is just a diagrammatical representation of sim. Then we have discussed about objectives, right? Then we have come to this point. Yes, database requirement for sim. Now if I tell you that, suppose you are trying to implement computer integrated manufacturing in the on the shop floor, or in the industry you are working in, or you are just a owner of the company, or you are just manager or CEO, some higher post you are having, and so you made some brainstorming and you decided that you should apply sim to your industry. Now in that case, you have studied about your industry and you have studied about your the computer integrated manufacturing system. But in that case, the most important thing you should consider is the database, data, information. This is a very crucial thing in application of SIM, computer integrated manufacturing. Because without data or without information, you cannot do this implementation of SIM. Since we have discussed about the objectives and benefits of sim, in that I have explained about the information management. That is nothing but you are transferring the data whenever required, whichever in format it is required. Like that you have to consider about the data. Okay, now let us discuss about the database. What exactly means a database and which type of data is required for SIM. Okay, so database can be defined as a collection of data. We are collecting the data in a single location, designed to be used by different programmers for a variety of applications. Now, programmers, if don't get confused with programmers for a computer science engineering student. Okay, you are not going to make codes and programs like that. Programmers here we are going to consider as a different practitioners or different workers, those are working on different things in an industry. Let us suppose someone is working on a CNC machine and he is going to make the program also. So he will be called as a programmer. Okay. Now for this type of programmers, there will be requirement of variety of applications, because since SIM is to be implemented, your objective is to just make the production process efficient. You have the objective of improving the existing product. You have the objective of improving the efficiency. So your applications will be of variety, of different manners. Okay, so for that variety of applications, these different programmers or users will require some different types of data. That data will be located or will be stored in a single location. Okay, that could be called as a database. I think you are understanding this. Okay, the term database denotes a common base of data collection. As I have mentioned right now, common base of data collection, somewhere like the server. If you know the server system of a company, or at least in our institute, we have a dedicated server where all the data of online things, whatever the going on in the institute, is going to be stored on server. You might have heard about the server of Facebook, the server of WhatsApp, right? So those things will require a server where database will be collected. Okay, now cloud systems are again coming in the picture nowadays. Earlier, the servers would be required to be very big or very high sophisticated quality, and very big amount of memory it was requiring at that time. Now the cloud system has come. Now you can just do whatever you want to do on your mobile phone and just keep it in a database, like the Google Drive or the Google Classroom is a database for you. Okay, this is a wonderful example of sim. Okay, the Google Classroom that you are using, there will be a database. In that database, whatever the requirement of you, suppose you require to study the subject CAD CAM, you will go to the panel of CAD CAM. You will require PowerPoint presentation to see, or you want to see a video lecture, or you want to see some want to get some notes. So you will be have that options there. So this is kind of database collection will be there. So more specifically, it is a collection of logically related data. As I have mentioned, logically related means you want to study CAD CAM subject, so you are opting for only CAD CAM subject. In that also, you want some videos only, then you will go for videos also. Okay, so collection of logically related data stored together in a set of files intended to serve one or more applications in optimal fashions. A database not only stores the data but also provides several ways to view the data depending upon the needs of the user. Now this is a bit advanced part of it. Okay, in companies or in industries, if you want data also, as well as you want to make the simulation of it. Okay, in that case you have to use the simulation software. So this is bit advanced part of that. For this instant, you just concentrate on what is database and how it is created, what is its use. Okay, so this is called as database. Now database requirements. What are the different types of database are required for an manufacturing industry? Let us say information is needed by manufacturing company to carry a task needs certain amount of skill. Example, machining of a casting. Suppose you are a industry and you make some machining part of the casting, that you probably it could possible that you take it from the other vendors, like the casting will be coming from other vendors, or you are manufacturing the casting in-house. Okay, These are the two possibilities. Okay, but the thing is that you want to machine a casting, you want to make some milling operation, some drilling operation, like that. Now in that case you would require machining data. Okay, if not known, has to consult supervisor or handbook. Okay, this is the scenario of before the sim implementation. Okay, so in that case, if the machining data is not known, what you have to do, you have to consult the supervisor who is working there, or you can go for the handbooks that is provided, design data book, machining data book, like that handbooks are available there. But in handbooks, you do not get the failure data. Sometimes it is possible that whatever the combination you are using for your manufacturing process, that could not be available in the handbook, or it could not be known to the supervisor. So what will we do? In that case, we will require another information, or we have to take the more information. In that case, if there is sim is applied, then you will get the different data required for the part to be manufactured. So in case of suppose serial number of the faulty part, suppose if you have manufactured this kind of part and it has got rejected earlier, then you can have the serial number, scheduled maintenance of XY machine, company profit of last year, stress value of grey cast iron, how many days someone was absent, what is approximately cutting speed for machining of new ceramic part. These are the different kind of data. Okay. Now, whichever the relative data or relevant data required for your particular application, that you are going to use. For in our case, what we will be using? We will be using stress value of grey cast iron, or approximate cutting speed for a machining of this particular thing. Okay, it could be a ceramic or it could be a casting. Okay, so these are the relevant data that you, logical data that you require. Okay, now let us move to the data requirements for sim. What are the different types of database or data is needed? Okay, that are classified. Okay, the sim database comprises basically following classes of data. First type of data is called as product data, the data about parts to be manufactured. Data about part to be manufactured. Everything about the product is stored in that data. It could have in the text form, or it could have in the geometrical form, or in both forms. It could be in both forms. Okay, some part will be in text and some part will be in geometrical or diagrammatical representation. Okay, then we will be having second class, which is called as manufacturing or production data. In that case, information on how parts are to be manufactured. This was planned in the earlier stage. If you remember CAPP, okay, computer aided process planning, you have planned this thing, how the parts are going to be manufactured. Now that data has to be retrieved here. Okay, this is called manufacturing or production data. Engineering data is the third class. Third class means third type. Information on use of computer in analysis, inspection and testing. Analysis, inspection, testing. These are the types of operation which comes under engineering. So basically engineering means you are going to analyze the data, you are going to inspect the data, product, and you are going to test the product, and whatever the data is collected by analysis, inspection and testing, that data is to be stored somewhere in the database, and that database will be called as engineering data. Okay, so some sort of quantitative analysis, quantitative data will be available there. Then there will be operational data, which is the fourth type. It describes the things specific to the production, like lot size. What is the lot size you are going to manufacture? What is the schedule? Okay. What is the assembly sequence? If you are manufacturing product which requires assembly, then the sequence of assembly, which part will be put in the assembly first, then second, then third. Okay, this is how the sequence will be uh, planned, and that data will be available under the name or heading of operational data. And then there will be resource data. This describes resources involved in operations. Four type of M, if you remember from your previous classes: man, machine, material, and money. These are the four main constituents of a company or industry. So materials, machine, human resource, that is man, and money. These four M's will be the resources, and the data according to that will be saved in the resources data. Okay, I hope you are getting the different types of data. Let's again, I will tell the names. First one will be the product data, text and geometry about parts, manufacturing or production data, how parts manufactured. Engineering data will be analysis, inspection, and testing. Operational data will be lot size, schedule, sequence, and resources data means 4M: man, machine, material, and money. Okay, so these are the database requirements or classes of data will be used for SIM implementation. This is just a diagrammatical representation of management and communication of database management. Okay, so part manufacturing will be connected to this, product and process engineering will be connected to this. M, that is resources. 4M, man, machine, material, and money will be shown here. Material storage and handling, which comes under warehousing, it is also connected. Planning and control, that is production planning and production control, that is PPC, which comes under the operation management system. Part manufacturing means computer aided manufacturing, CAM. Computer aided engineering will be the product and process engineering, the engineering analysis, inspection, testing that I have told, that comes under CAE. Okay, so this is a diagrammatical representation for database requirement. So whenever you will be asked to write a note, you can just put on this diagram and write down the various things below them. Okay, now let us discuss these different types of data in detail. So first is product data. This contains the description of the products involved in the manufacturing process. The data may consist of graphical representation, text, and numerical information about the product. Okay, the description of product will be there. The production data describes how the parts are to be manufactured. We have seen that. Machine data, in that also we require some machining data, the conventional or non-conventional machining you are using. Okay, in some cases you will be required to use conventional machine, in some cases non-conventional manufacturing systems are there that you have to use. Specifications of that machines will be available under the machine data. Design data depend upon the product complexity. Shape may be defined by any of the following method. So design will be depending upon how much complex or simple your product is. Okay. Now in that case you will be using CSG, BREP, wireframe modeling, parametric modeling. Okay, if you remember the first few lectures of CAD/CAM, you will be knowing of CSG, B or B spline representation or beta representation, wireframe modeling, solid modeling, surface modeling, parametric modeling. These are the types of modeling, and uh, CSG, I'm not remembering the full form of it. Does anyone know the full form of CSG? Just put a message on. CSG. You can just find it in your notes or CSG. I'm not remembering the full form. Okay, so these are the four things or five things that you must know about the product complexity and shape, so it will represent the design data. Then manufacturing data classified as permanent and temporary data. Some data will be of permanent type, some data will be of temporary type, some data will be of static, and some data will be dynamic, and data would be computer compatible. Compatibility of the data with computer is must be there, because you cannot analyze or you cannot simulate the data if required. Okay, the data sources could be internal or external. In some cases you would require some external data which is not available in your manufacturing unit. Okay, then there will be production planning and control, shop floor control, order entry, purchasing, cost accounting. These are different types of data required. Some of the resources will be materials, machines, human resources, and money, 4M that we have discussed. Now, these are the different types of use of computers or the help taken from computer for different types of generation of data of different type. So the first one will be computer aided design, computer aided analysis, computer aided programming, computer aided tool design, computer aided process planning, CAPP, computer aided quality control, programmable controllers, computer aided inspection, computer aided testing, computer aided assembly, computer aided material handling, that is retrieval and storage system. Okay, that we have discussed in FMS, if you remember. Inspection of part will be of two types: incoming and finished part. Incoming means the raw material inspection is needed. In some cases, in between, in process inventory is there, that is to be inspected, which comes under the inventory. Okay, and finished part will also be examined or inspected, because this is the case of going to customers. Okay, in inventory you can go for in process inventory, finished goods. You have to check or inspect the tools and different materials also. Okay, so inspection is needed for all these things. There are objectives for the database. Whatever the database you are going to create, you will be having some objectives. So what are those objectives? So first one is to reduce or eliminate redundant data, the data which is not to be used or which is not required, that to be eliminated. You cannot just put everything on the server, because the server will be having, or the database collection, the system will be having some limitations, and it may create some complications for further applications or uses. So you should reduce or eliminate the data which is of not importance. Okay, then integrate existing data. Sometimes it is like that you have to use existing data and you are going to make some changes in that data. So you have to integrate the existing data and the new data that is going to be observed. Okay, just check. Constructive, yes, constructive solid geometry, CSG. Okay, so in that I guess you have studied the CSG part, constructive solid geometry. I hope you remember that. I have taught, or sir had taught this to you. I don't remember right now. But constructive solid geometry means you are going to use the primitives, the entities like some of the uh, prisms, pyramids, and you are making the products out of it, I guess. Okay, so I'm not remembering that. Then there will be providing security. The security for data is very much of importance. Then there will be sharing the data among the users. Now the users will be internal users. Sometimes it could be external users also. Suppose you have two industries or two branches or two locations of production floors. So you should exchange the data in between that. So the first one will be called as internal customer. The second one will be called as external customer or external user. So you have to share the data. Incorporate changes quickly and effectively, because quick and effectively means this is also going to uh, affect or effect on your efficiency of production. Exercise effective control over data. You should control the data. Significant the method of using data. Sometimes the method of using data could be complex, it could be having some errors, so you have to simplify that. Okay, reduce the cost of storage and retrieval of data. There will be some cost associated with the data storage, because you are going to have a dedicated server. So one person will be there, two persons or a team will be there. It requires electricity, it requires regular maintenance, it requires security, antivirus softwares, like that. So the cost of storage and retrieval should be reduced. These are the objectives that we are discussing. Improve accuracy and integrity of data. Accuracy is very important. Integrity means no false data should be stored in the database. In some cases, suppose this happens, like some of the person intentionally or non-intentionally shares the or stores the incorrect data in the database. What will happen in next time whenever we want that data and we are going to check, collect that data and use in our manufacturing process or anywhere in the industry? What will happen? Errors will be created. So this will ultimately harm the production process. Okay, and the objective of the industry, the ultimate objective of the industry or the sim, for instance, the objective of the sim will be to, if we make the efficiency high, production process should be uplifted. But due to these kind of things, what will be happening? The efficiency goes down. So that should not happen. So integrity of data will be of very much importance. There are some issues of concern in database, that issues should be addressed. There are of course some issues to be considered while implementing a database. These includes high investment in hardware and software. As we have seen the different types of hardwares where there are different types of softwares there were there. So you have to make very high investment. Okay, there are some software which are having the perpetual license, means the license for whole life you have to take for an industry. They are in crores of rupees. Okay, so some of the softwares which are used by Tata Motors, I know those software. uh, Total collection of the software is 80 software. 80 softwares are there and the total price is 16 crore rupees. You can imagine the cost of software only. So forget about the hardware. Need to use larger and faster hardware. Larger means the hardware should be of uh, kind of, that type of hardware should be there which can be modified to the requirement. So larger in the sense it should be having flexibility and should be faster. Necessity to have highly trained manpower. This is also a concern, because if a person is working there and he is highly trained, if highly qualified, then he will be required to be paid highly. Okay, this is a necessity. Redundancy to take care of eventualities like crash of the database server. These are the cases that going to happen. Sometimes this happens with our Zoom meeting also. What happens? Sometimes the server or the system get crashed, doesn't start. So what we have to do? We have to abandon the lecture. So what happens? The efficiency or the productivity decreases. Okay, these kind of issues will happen. Today itself, I guess, YouTube was having some server issue. It was down. So YouTube is a very big company. Very big investment has been done in that server and all these things, because it is a virtual company, not physical. So till they are having the issue. Some days ago, Facebook was having that problem. Some days ago, Google Gmail was having that problem. So it is not like that if you are a very big company and you have everything up to date, but still there are chances of these kind of things, eventualities. Okay, need to ensure integrity and reliability of data. Integrity and reliability, that I have explained, that false data should not be there. Only correct data should be stored in the database. Okay, so I think the time is up and I should stop now, because the time has passed and you have the next lecture also. So what we will do, we will stop here and the remaining part will be taken in the next lecture.